I raised my crossbow and waited for the walkers to get close, then shot an arrow through their bodies, tied them to tree trunks with rope to make sure they completely lost their threat. I took out a sharp stick and pierced through their cheeks. Then I brought the captured walkers back to camp, ready to trade for some supplies. Here, each walker could be traded for 1 liter of gasoline. The more you caught, the more rewards you got. Just as I was holding an empty oil can to collect my reward, a kid ran over to talk to me.
Look, mister, you, think you can give me a few pointers?
Yeah, go home to your girl.
He wanted to tag along as my helper. Said he'd take a cut of whatever we caught. I turned him down, because I didn't need dead weight. By evening, I poured my fuel into the tank and noticed that kid was again asking to join someone else's team. This time he'd picked a real bastard. No, they had no intention of bringing dead weight along, so they told him to chop wood, prove himself first. The kid didn't hesitate, walked right over to the woodpile, like he'd do anything for that gas. But reality was harsh. He didn't even know how to do basic wood chopping. I watched from the side, somehow, feeling a bit soft-hearted, and finally walked over and patiently guided him.
Follow through.
Soon the kid picked it up quick enough, maybe to thank me. He told me why he needed the fuel so bad. His old man was a psycho, kept his girlfriend locked up at home. He needed enough gas to get them both out. I knew he wasn't lying, but I didn't want to get tangled up with strangers anymore, though I could only warn him to stay away from that group. Next day I packed up to leave. When I looked up, I saw that kid had turned into a walker.
What the fuck happened?
How else would I know? We found him out there.
You found him like that?
Guess we lucked out.
But the strangulation marks on his neck clearly showed murder.
You know,
Anger
you
flared
snooze,
up, and
you
I
lose.
broke through the old man's bullshit with my fist. The guards immediately came over to stop the conflict, and soon the base management arrived at the scene. Although I tried to explain that the other party had murdered this young man for a few liters of fuel, they didn't care about a kid's life at all. They only knew he'd violated the base's rules, under the guard's restraint. The old man and I were taken together to a large cargo ship. I kept my eyes moving. Containers and rooms everywhere, and security was tight. I also saw some people dressed like doctors conducting experiments, and in the iron cages below, dozens of walkers were confined. Understood it that they were catching walkers for a biochemical testing. I was outmatched, didn't fight it, knew there was no way out right now, had to wait for my chance. The man next to me had other ideas.
Son of a bitch, tell me! I'm talking to you! Where are you taking us?
Before he finished speaking, 3 guards walked in with steel pipes. After a beating, he was roughly dragged out and thrown directly into the cage below. I calmly watched him become walker food, but I already had a plan forming.